This video, sponsored by Discover Puerto Rico, will walk you through MPI's duty of care at WEC.
The duty of care really starts with personal accountability. We made it clear for anyone interested in attending and registered to attend in person that there's personal accountability that they're taking in showing up healthy. The communication of our duty of care started 2 to 3 months ahead of time. This is what's going to be expected of you. This is the commitment that you're making. Back when we decided that we couldn't hold it over the original dates, the first call we made was to visit Grapevine and the DMO there for our host city, and then visit Arlington and some of the other DMOs in the region that were going to be involved in our event. And then, of course, working with the Gaylord Texan. So just making sure that all of our partners were as committed to health and safety as we were, that they were involved with all the communications that went out, that it just looked like a unified effort, because we knew that the more aligned we were with our destination and with our host venues, the more confident attendees would be.
So we were obviously working very closely with the hotel about how they had set up their registration in the hotel registration area, and started thinking about, okay, well, the flow of our meeting is such that where are those touch points and how can we mitigate against those touch points? How is it that we can not have queue lines at registration to pick up badging? Or how is it that we make entry and exit out of session rooms or general session areas not be this bunching opportunity, which is the way that I kind of classified it at that point? And how do you reduce those opportunities for touch if you don't have enough staff to wipe everything down at the end of the day?
So our team also completed the daily morning or every morning temperature checks for the attendees as they arrived at the venue. We also asked the attendees to complete what we call the automated daily COVID health screening, answering just some simple questions each morning to ensure that we were mitigating the risk of somebody potentially putting other attendees at risk during the event.
Certainly from a health consideration standpoint, we have to think very carefully about what we're doing, not only for myself, but our entire team. It's a whole new set of rules as those of us in the travel and tourism industry begin to manage this intersection between travel and public health. But we also know that meetings are important to create millions of jobs, and they help to sustain progress throughout our world. So it's incredibly important that we reinvest and recharge the economy by getting meetings moving again, and that's one of the reasons why we're here at WEC with MPI.
They've been really great with their signage. They had stickers out on the table today in the general session, and if you were a certain color sticker, they asked you to leave through the back of the room, and that anybody else with the other color sticker to hold out just a little bit and then take their time and exit from the side doors. And then I think what was really impactful was they allowed enough time for lunch, so there's not the mad rush of, oh, I only have 45 minutes to get to lunch and eat and go to the next session. The timing worked really well.
They had proper spacing between tables. They're using 72-inch rounds with only 4 people per table to make sure it was well spaced out. And then the way they managed flow in the room was literally in a very large room of making sure you had duplicate stations, and there were 4 of them throughout the main entire sitting. And that's really well coordinated, and I think that's important in this time frame.